This is the crew. This is the crew.
I'm Donovan from the Off Limits Show.
This is the crew.
And I'm Ken Boggle. I'll be here anyway.
This is the crew.
And I'm David from the 5x5.
This is the crew. 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 This is the crew.
Welcome back. It is the crew. My name is David from the 5x5, sitting in with my boys Donovan from the Off Limits Show and Ken Boggle from Ken Boggle Talk on Blog Talk Radio. What's up, fellas?
Hey. Hi, David.
Today we're back and we're talking about obsession. So I threw that to the fellas this week and thought they would come up with some interesting obsessions. Who's going to start?
Okay, great. So my first one is I'm obsessed over driving. I'm obsessed over driving rules and regulations, how far you come to a stop, how long you're at the stop sign, if you used a turn signal, if you did not. I'm obsessed about it. I'm obsessed. Like I cannot be in a car and mind my own. I'm like a second seat driver. I am like not even a backseat driver. I'm like a trunk driver. I mean, wherever I'm at, I'll just scream at you from across the street that you didn't use a turn signal. Like, I'm obsessed with driving and, like, how to drive properly. But my other obsessions are, like events and stuff. Like, if I'm going to do, like, a charity thing or if I'm going to do something that requires me to speak, like, I try to obsess over it. Like, I feel like if I'm not obsessing over it, then I'm not prepared. So I feel like I have to go at every single thing that I say in a particular manner before I even say it. I obsess over things like that. But the biggest obsession in my life is my prayer room. It is my biggest obsession. Like, it has to be cleaned with a certain cloth. It has to have, yeah. And it has to be the first thing cleaned before anything else. And all the things that are on it must be taken off individually and cleaned individually and put back together. Up underneath it must be clean. Up underneath the bottom of it must be clean. It must all be dust free. And there must not be any water spots or wax anywhere.
Well, how big is your prayer room?
It's, it's big. Haven't you seen the pictures, Lover, on my Instagram and my Facebook? It's huge.
I don't think I follow you on Instagram. I have to.
Well, that's a problem because it's like we have. I don't know. Like the Buddha itself and the thing that it sits on is probably like 6 feet long, and it stands about almost 5'8", maybe 5'6". Possibly, but it's huge, and there are golden lotuses that go on it. The offerings, like the fruit, must be cleaned and dried completely and arranged and put on a specific plate that it goes on. And the evergreens, they have to be a certain kind of evergreen. But now we've gone with potted plants, which they cannot be watered over there. They have to be taken out completely and watered in a separate area and then brought back. But even the water that we offer with, it doesn't come out directly from the tap. It goes into a certain pitcher and then it comes out, and it's a whole big process. I'm obsessed with my prayer room.
Now, is this something that just you are obsessed with, or is this something that all Buddhists do? They obsess on a very clean environment, or what's that about?
I don't really, that's the problem. I can't really speak for them because I'm not quite sure, but for me it is.
So it's not a religious tenet or something, like you have to be clean all the time?
No,
okay.
no. Well, I mean, I think it is. I'm not sure.
I mean,
I would like everything to be clean. Oh, well, yeah, because the thing is that most people don't have a prayer room. They just have a a large Butsudan cabinet that in-houses all of it. But they clean it because it is a reflection of your life. If you don't take the time to keep this up, it's a direct reflection on what your life is like outside of your practice, you know.
But that's true for everybody in terms of clean house or not, because I think if you have a clean house or organized house, then it kind of reflects on what the status of your life is, your desk, your office, whatever. Whereas if it's a mess and chaotic, then that's often the way your life is at the moment as well.
Right. They say that about women's pocketbooks. A lot of people say that women's pocketbooks, you can tell a lot about a woman by what she keeps inside. Mm-hmm. And they say that women's pocketbooks are a direct correlation of who they are at their core. So, those are my obsessions. Driving
think those are great. I think you're, well, I mean, we obviously know you're obsessed with your Buddhist prayer room. We know that.
I am. And my beads, like they have to be done a certain way, and then certain oils and all that other jazz. Donovan, what's your list? What are you obsessed? I feel bad about all that obsessing, but I do it.
That's a little bit more OCD.
Yeah.
No. Well, obsessive compulsive. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, when you're taking different water from the tap and put it in one little thing and going to, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, but lover, I mean, it's lots of people talk. We won't even get into religion because it's like lots of people talk about, I'm a really great Christian, and all these other things. I'm like, well, where's your prayer room dedicated to your religion and your Christianity? Like, where is it? And they're always like, oh, we just go to church once a week. I'm like,
I don't say it's called church.
I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you don't take that into your everyday life, and you have to have a certain area for that, so that no matter where you were at, mentally at home, you can always go to that place of refuge and take it immediately. And there are limits. There are certain things that do not happen in that room, except for, even my water doesn't go into that room. It goes into a place behind me, so that it's not even in the same respect. So I don't know how people do that. People are like, oh, well, I pray in the car. And I'm like, well, that's kind of good, but where is it in your home? You all think I'm nuts, and that's okay. You think I'm crazy, but that's okay. I'm used to that.
You're very passionate about it.
Oh,
that's
totally.
What I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's move on. Who else has got some kind of obsession?
Well, with me, I mean, it was just what the question was. What are your obsessions or secret obsessions? I guess you said
secret obsessions. What are you obsessed about, and what are your just everyday obsessions?
I don't really have any secret obsessions. I'm pretty much an open book. If you ask me something, I'll tell you. So, like, if you want to know what my kinks are, I'll tell you. If you want to know what my, what I'm obsessed about, I'll just tell you. I have no secrets about it. So, but I will say my obsessions, I don't know, they run the gamut because I'm kind of interesting, I think, complex in some ways, but maybe not that complex as I think. But anyway, I'd say probably, first of all, I'm very, very passionate, and that's how I'd put it when you say obsession, but I'm very, very passionate, I'd say, about equality and about equal rights and that kind of stuff. I talk about that on my show all of the time, almost every show in some form or fashion. I've talked about it all my life. I probably because of the result of who I am. So that's the first one. The second one would be music. I'm a huge, huge music fan. I love music of all kinds, except heavy metal, acid rock, that kind of crap. But everything else I love to some degree. And I couldn't live without music. I listen to it constantly. I'm constantly singing, whether I'm on air and it's muted, or I'm singing in my car, singing in the shower, singing at my desk. I sing. I sing all the time. So I'm very obsessed with music and just in music shows and musicians. And then I'd say the other thing would be, what was the other one I had written down? Shit. Justice, equality, music. I scribbled something down and I can't read it. So I must not be that obsessed with it. I'm sorry. Music, equality, justice. I don't remember the other one. I'm sorry. That's all I can come up with at the moment. Sorry. That's it.
Well, you don't have any obsessions, or either one of you guys have any obsessions that are like would be considered weird. You remember the TV show? I think it was on. I can't tell you what a Spiker maybe, and it was called My Weird Obsession. And the one chick, her weird obsession was she ate the sofa cushion.
No, I'm not.
Did y'all not? Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
I've seen that. And one girl was eating pottery or something like
potpourri.
And potpourri. And pottery, yes, pottery, potpourri. I've seen people eat potpourri.
I have too. It's bizarre.
It's
No, David, I really don't have any kind of weird obsession like that. I guess I'm pretty vanilla boring about that, but no, sorry.
because that show is. I was kind of thinking about it. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of interesting. And I'm like, the girl ate the seat cushions, which I think is totally bizarre. And it was so bad that she had like a blockage in her colon because she was eating the
hello.
seat. Like, you can't come into my house because you're not eating at my
upholstery.
seat.
What do you expect?
Okay, she can. I can't. You can't invite her nowhere because she's eating up the upholstery and stuff at people's houses. You leave the room and your sofa's gone. You know. And then one girl, she would eat the powdered clothes, yeah, like the laundry detergent, powdered laundry detergent. She would, and then there was one chick that ate if you know how toilet paper tears in layers, she would tear a piece off and she'd eat that. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
You know, some models actually do that to lose weight or to stay thin. They don't eat anything real. They just eat paper towels or they'll eat napkins or toilet paper, and because it fills them up and they're not hungry. Isn't that weird?
That is so bizarre. So my obsessions are kind of like that, but not really. And of course, Donovan knows
now.
Okay, that's the reason why I started to say this a second ago. I think he was using these examples as a smokescreen so that his obsession is something really freaky, and he thought that we were going to join him, but we're not.
The same thing.
You're on your own. Weirdo.
I'm not crazy by any. Okay. The first one really to me is I'm a obsessive compulsive flosser.
Oh, that's good.
I floss all the time to where my teeth actually bleed.
Well, do they bleed every time or just sometimes?
I mean, I break the skin because I floss so much.
Well, that's not healthy.
I know, and I can't stop doing it. And like right now, I have on my computer desk, I have two of those little. They look, it's like plastic and has a piece of floss in between the two little.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I do that all night long, and I'm flossing my teeth. And then when I found out, because I can taste the blood in my mouth. It's so gross, right? And I make myself stop.
So you're a vampire.
Basically.
No, I'm psychotic, obviously.
Oh my goodness. So David, do you brush your teeth as well with such vigor, or is it only the floss? I'm trying to figure if it's an oral fixation thing.
It's an addiction to the feeling, I bet. The sensation.
He likes that pain.
I like it. I like that going into my gums. I don't know what. And then sometimes I get a weird, strange feeling at nighttime, and like it's like middle of the night when I'm like sleeping, and I feel like my teeth are hurting, and I'm like, oh, I bet if I floss, it'll make me feel better. And I go. Did it
ever occur to you that maybe that's why your teeth are hurting? That maybe you have been flossing them within an inch of their life, and they've had
they probably go hand in hand, but I can't stop, and I wish I could. And I told people that I floss a lot, but not to the point where I'm bleeding and stuff. I've never told anybody that, and I'm like, that's so really bizarre, but I can't make myself stop.
Wow. Well,
so what else have you got in that weird closet of yours, David? What else are you trying on?
Well, Donovan, I think I have you might be right. I might have an oral fixation because I obsess over other people's teeth.
Yes, you do, and you won't date somebody who's got snaggle teeth or missing a tooth or two. That's for sure. I
can't handle it. And then, like when I'm talking to somebody, like in everyday life, I'm out there talking. I focus on their mouth, and if they have a bad tooth, I can't pull my eyes away from it.
Well, that's just rude.
This is weird, very strange.
I know.
Now, let me ask you a question about that, David. So, is it for you? Is it that their teeth need to be clean, or they need to be white and sparkly, or is it that they're missing teeth, or is it all three things?
It's all three things. So I used to say up and probably maybe because I haven't had anybody say it to, up until like 3-4 years ago, if somebody's teeth weren't as nice as mine, I wouldn't date them. And I pride myself on my teeth. I get compliments on my teeth all the time, and on my smile all the time.
And so, how's that worked out for you so far?
Yeah, how's that treating you?
It hasn't. Because I'm still single.
Well, David,
but I can't handle it.
David has mentioned, and of course you can cut this out if you want of the show, but David has mentioned how he dated a guy once who was really nice looking. He showed me his picture, a very good looking guy, until he opened his mouth apparently. And he actually said he was in love. Didn't you say you were in love with the guy?
I really was.
He was in love with him, and the guy didn't make as much money as David, and he wasn't that well off, and he was a
didn't have a
bit of
car.
lazy ass or whatever. But anyway, my point is that he ended up breaking up with him because his teeth were all fucked up, and he wanted him to pay to, or help him pay to have them fixed, and because David kept complaining about it, right? And he wanted you to help him, and you said, no, I'm not paying for your teeth. And so, bye-bye. And you broke up with the guy. Now, I'm not saying that was the right decision because the guy had other issues, but you did it because of his teeth.
I couldn't take him anywhere.
Oh, you were kid. You did not just say that.
He's shallow. Shallow as the river.
Listen,
is
you
wide.
do not need your floaties. The water is pretty shallow.
Only place
don't
I
need your
took
floaties.
him was the Burger King in the hood because you cannot go to Maggiano's with me. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait. I have to tell you a story because you just brought up something. It's going to crack you both up, I think, because it's so very funny. But it's okay. Okay, a friend of mine, she had her teeth fixed, or she had told her family she had her teeth fixed. This is someone that I know. This is a friend of mine, actually my friend's friend. But anyway, somebody I kind of know, and she told me the story to Michael and myself about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we were on the floor cracking up, and so we were over there visiting, and she had said that, and she's probably, how old is she? I guess she's probably in her 50s now. And the lady she's like from, I don't know, somewhere up north, like near Virginia or something like that. And it was like from the backwoods or something. And I don't know. Anyway, and so they didn't have any good like money or anything, right, apparently. And so she told us that she had her family coming out to visit and she didn't want to see them because her teeth were not fixed. And I was like, well, why don't you just tell them, come see you, whatever. They don't care about your teeth. And she's like, yeah, but I told them I had my teeth fixed. And I was like, well, why did you lie? She's like, because I got money from my grandmother who died and left me money, and they all wanted to know how I'd spent the money. I told them I had my teeth fixed. I said, okay. And Michael's like, well, they're not going to care. So that was like actually months ago. And then a couple months later, we see her. I said, how did it go with your family? And she said, well, they came to see me. And it's like, well, how did it go? She said, well, I didn't tell them I didn't have my teeth fixed. So I was like, what do you mean? I was like, so they came to see you and you didn't tell them you had your teeth fixed? She's like, no. I was like, so when they saw you, what did they say? She said, well, I actually, before they came, I went and glued some teeth from some Dracula teeth on my top of my teeth, on the top row and the bottom row. I cut off the fangs, glued them on with super glue, and then when they came to the door, I just kind of didn't look at them at first and kind of looked away. And she said that she was sitting there on the sofa talking to them, and they wouldn't look at her the whole time. They're looking down at the floor the whole time. Oh. And she kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my teeth. And she kept foaming at the mouth the whole time.
Foaming at the mouth.
And well,
nice.
She had freaking super glue in her mouth. She had and it was coming down her throat probably. She's probably poisoning herself and all this stuff. Anyway, my point is this woman who has been a family friend for, I don't know, many years, but anyway, she had gone through all this because she was embarrassed about her teeth, and she told a lie, obviously, as well. But I mean, to go to such extents because people are so obsessed with that. And so you, David, are the cause of people having issues like that. It's all your fault.
But dental insurance is very cheap. I don't understand.
Oh, this woman is not well off at all. And so that's what I was saying. And so she can't afford it. She's a nice woman, but she can't afford it. And so that's why she didn't, and anyway.
But toothpaste is cheap, and toothbrushes you can get them for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Brush your teeth.
But you're not talking about oral hygiene. You're talking about bad teeth. They're beyond the point of repair, or that you need major dental surgery, right?
That's
different. Because apparently she had been like this since she was a kid. Her whole family apparently has bad teeth. My family has really good teeth, fortunately. I'm really blessed.
Of course they do.
You. Well, just like David. His family does too.
Of course they do.
Well, no, not my family. It's funny. Now, in my personal family, my dad and I, we have really good teeth. And I'll tell you this, and I probably shouldn't be saying this. He'll never listen. He's not going to listen to the show. But my dad has never used toothpaste to brush his teeth.
What does he use? Baking soda?
Baking soda. And my dad has all of his teeth.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Well, you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, and then my mother and my sister, they have very poor teeth. My sister has really poor teeth. I'm sorry, I'm not talking about you, but and she'll tell you she doesn't really care, and she couldn't understand like how my teeth turned out so well because I was the one that was the junk food junkie when we were little, and I was always eating hard candy, and I wasn't the best brusher. What kid brushes like they're supposed to?
I did.
And well, I didn't. About when I got to the age where I wanted to do it. I did it, guess maybe, I don't know. But anyhow, so that's the debate between us. And then my niece and my nephew have really good teeth. So for some reason, I don't know what happened to my mom and my sister, but, they take care of their teeth now.
Well, did you know, speaking of teeth, since we're getting on the topic quickly, did you know that, I assume that both of you use toothpaste, right? To brush your teeth, yeah. As do I. And did you know that you're supposed to use only like a pea size of toothpaste? And in the commercials, when they show it, they always show you them putting this all along the bristles at the top. And so you think, obviously, you're supposed to put that much toothpaste on there. But actually, if you read the instructions and you read what it says, you're supposed to use a pea size amount because the fluoride actually in large amounts can poison you. So
really?
Fluoride is actually not. I mean, in small amounts, it's okay.
It's bad for you. It's actually really bad for you because it also calcifies your pineal gland.
Your pineal gland? What the hell is your pineal gland?
It's listen, don't make fun. I know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm serious. What is it?
It is almost exactly like your eyeball. It is almost exactly like your eyeball, except for it is deeply recessed, but like in the depth of your brain, and they think it's really important because it's surrounded by a lot of other tissue that it is one of the most important parts. In fact, they have I can't remember where did I read that? But they said that fluoride calcifies your pineal gland, which makes it difficult for you to dream at night, which makes confused, very blurry and unfocused, like your third eye, they call it, because it's just so made like your eyeball. That's why they call it your third eye, your pineal gland.
Well, yeah, and because of that, I read several studies about it and heard about it. I stopped using the big toothpastes and things like that. I started using Tom's natural toothpaste for a while, but my teeth just didn't feel clean, and my mouth didn't feel clean, and it just tasted weird. And so I stopped. I went back to it. I said, "Fuck it! If I'm going to die from, something, I might as well be having good teeth." So I continue to use.
But they put fluoride in your drinking water, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
the municipalities do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And you remember years ago, and I'd learned this in college. Years ago, they used, and like inner city kids used to have better teeth than the kids that lived in suburbs because there was a higher concentration of fluoride in the water in the inner cities. And I didn't know that. And I'm like, what? And some of my suburban friends growing up, they would point that out. Well, that's why black people's teeth are so white. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I live in the Midwest. They say stuff like that here. That's nothing,
It's like that. You wouldn't believe what all they said. It's like that's nothing compared.
Absolutely.
This is the crew.